Hi, I'm Nick Houston here with Gotham Sound. We're doing a special out-of-the-box kind of demonstration / me fumbling through life with the brand new Tentacle sync. We just received these yesterday, and we think they're going to be pretty cool. They seem to be all the rage. So we're just going to open it up. We'll see what's in the box, and maybe we can even make it work with some of our Tentacle products over here, other timecode products. So we open the box. The first thing we see is this very, very small, I mean, look at this thing. That's kind of amazing. That is a very small, it's very light. I mean, this must weigh, I don't even, it's like the same weight as maybe 4/4, maybe less. It's very light. Plastic body, and you wonder how that will hold up to the rigors of production. But you know, it seems pretty robust. It's got some Velcro already built into it. This little rubber gasket thing. Yeah, it looks pretty neat. Let's see what else is in the box. Cardboard. We've got a setup cable for iOS. So this does work with iPhones, iPads, all that stuff. We've got a setup cable for your Android devices. So it looks like the Android needs to go in via USB, which that's pretty interesting. We've got a lovely tentacle. This actually kind of reminds me of Hydra. I wonder what that means. But we've got a lovely carrying case. Seems a little big for it, but you can put a lot of extra gack in it, so that's neat. Look at this. Extra Velcro with extra colored little rubber things. That's neat. So if you had multiple of these, you could color code them, or if your camera operator had a favorite color, you could give them that to make them happy. But you know, probably more for multiple cameras, multiple applications, instead of putting tape all over it like you usually do on reality TV shows or something like that. You can just actually use these little rubber things. That's neat. Nice add-on. This looks like just a normal USB to micro USB cable. I would guess this is for connecting it to a PC or a Mac. I've heard you can also use this to put timecode on a GoPro. How that works we'll get into next time when we have a GoPro. And, this is just standard stereo mini to stereo mini, 1/8" TRS to 1/8" TRS. Looks like a timecode output cable to be able to go into a DSLR, or always handy to have in your kit if you are, if you're stuck in the car and you need music to listen to because there's nothing good on the radio. And then last but not least, a nice little quick start guide. Seems, it's nice. It's actually reasonably built, covered with plastic. It's not gonna, I'm not gonna rip it, but anyway, there it is. So let's get into actually working with the Tentacle. Let's see how it is. So we do, knowing that we have the Tentacle, we set up an iPad and downloaded the app. What our chief technician Paul is telling me is that for iPad you have to make sure that you have iOS 8 or later. So if you have an early iPhone, if you have an early iPad and you can't upgrade to iOS 8, it's not going to work for you. But we have an iPad here installed with iOS 8, so let's fire up the app. Okay, let's see, can we get a shot of the app on the screen just so we can see the main screen? There we go. So here's the Tentacle Sync app. Please attach your Tentacle Sync via the included iPhone setup cable. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to take my iPhone setup cable, plug it into the only plug on the Tentacle Sync. There we go. We got that plugged in, and it plugs into the headphone jack on the iPad. There's that. And, all right, so now on the app it says headphone volume OK. So I guess that means it's plugged. Turn it on with the button. There we go, and it's on. Okay, we got a flashing red light. There we go, and I'm going to connect with the app. It's connecting, and here we've got we've got some things. We've got some time code running. We've got a device name. We can change that, I'm guessing, so let's try that. What will we call it? We'll call it Gotham Tentacle, because I'm very I can't type. Tentacle. Right. Tentacles. Gotham Tentacle. Shows you the battery level, which that's great, 4 volts. I've heard these will run for at least a full day. You've got your output volume, mic line. We're going to be testing it with the Tentacle slate, so we're going to keep it at line level. And then you can set your frame rate, 23.98, 24, 25, 27, 29 drop, and 30. So we're going to keep it at 23.98. One thing that I've read about this is that this is the only way you can set the timecode frame rate, so it will not automatically take a jam. If it takes the jam from something else that's running at, say, 29 and the Tentacle set to 24 or 30, the frame rate will not change. So you actually have to use the app either on a iOS device, Android, computer, whatever, to change the internal frame rate of the Tentacle to be able to accept the new timecode, or else you'll get drift. So we got that. That's great. Well, let's see the extended menu. Okay, there's an auto power off time that is 2, 4, 8, or 12 hours. So this will turn off if nothing's plugged into here. This will turn off after whatever that setting is. So, for the most part, if it's going to be on a camera, this is going to be plugged in. It's going to be, it'll be fine. But if you need to have one that you keep in your pocket just so you can rejam things and wander around, as some people like to do, then you want to make sure the auto power off time is set probably more to like 12 hours. We got our firmware, serial number, calibration date, what's going on with the time code it's running. We can set it to the time on the iPad, set to phone time, and we can even do some user bit stuff. Cool, neat. Okay, so that is the app. So that's how it's set up. Pretty simple, pretty quick. So now let's see if we can get it to take a jam from this GR1. So we've got our output cable from the GR1, and I'm just going to go ahead and plug that right in, and we notice, it starts blinking green. Very interesting. There it is. Okay. So now the proof of the pudding, what will it do when I plug it into this Tentacle slate, which is set to read. So let's see. Plug it in. I'll just open the slate up. There we go. And voila! Look at that. Perfect. So 15, 42, 33, 4, 5, 6. All right. And this is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Looks like we have timecode sync by my very highly accurate, frame-accurate timecode I. And I guess we could do, not that we're going to get into a drift test now, because I don't want to sit here for several hours waiting for it to drift. But we can look on the GR1, and the timecode is equal. So there you have it. After several seconds, the Tentacle sync holds sync with a GR1 master clock. So hopefully the sign of good things to come. So there you have it. That's our out-of-box look at the Tentacle sync. Again, light, small, seems to hold timecode. Pretty cool. This is going for about $275. It depends on the value of the euro, but right now it's an incredible value. And just make sure nobody walks away with it, because it does disappear. Where did it go? Is it behind my ear? No, I'm not a magician. It's in my pocket. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm Nick Houston from Gotham Sound, and be good.